gents. How's everybody doing? Uh, I'm doing okay. It's just been one of those really wacky and weird days. Work-wise, some days were kind of busy, some days weren't. So, depending on the type of day. Um, it seems like during the afternoon, it used to be very super busy. Like we used to get like a lot of calls. Now it's kind of trickled down to okay, you get 10, 15 calls, which is okay. It's a no good size number. At one point when I actually started there over 6 years ago, expecting at least 50 or 60 calls a day minimum. Minimum. Now you get about, again, depending on the day and depending on the circumstances, uh, and depending, of course, the season, of course, anywhere between maybe 10, maybe 30, which usually is the minimum, which is usually a good day, you know. It's just that sometimes it depends on the factors of many things. The call volume, the type of calls, certain things that happen. Other than that, I do have possibly a love of my life who I've been chatting with for over a week now. Kind of long distance. She's more or less within the province of Quebec, so that's a good sign. So that is a good sign indeed. She's very beautiful, very lovely, and I love her to death. It's just a matter of right now we need to meet up. So, and we're gonna try to nick some time off during, like, let's say, the next couple of weekends, and actually spend time together. So to do things that we want to do together as a couple, and maybe introduce her to my parents too at the same time. So once we can get that done, and do a couple of things together before bringing her on board here to do some actual vlogs with me. I want to spend some time with her, quality time, so that way we know each other very, very well, both in and out. So, uh, things today is I was actually outside. I had to get some small grocery shopping. Well, not, I can't really say it's grocery shopping per se. It's just a couple of items at the grocery store. And of course, you know how people are. It's like so are you coming home? When are you? Where are you? It's like, well, I'm just getting out of the car. Because they thought I was already on my way back home. That actually happened to me this week. My mother asked me to go down to the local grocery store, which is Maxine Company. I literally got there halfway through whatever I was doing, and I had called her. It was something. It was something. I'm not going to say it's a bad thing. It's just that it was an option between two different products for the exact same thing. And she says, "Oh, I thought you were already on your way home." I said, "No, not yet." And I said to her, I said, "Look, I just want to make sure I get the right thing, that it's on your okay list, so to speak." You know. So I explained to her what it was and what it is and this and that. Oh yeah, yeah, that's perfectly fine. Go get it. And it was also on sale too on top of it, so it was a good thing. And things like that. And sometimes my mother thinks that I'm not going fast enough down the store. I said, "Look, there's only so much I can do." And usually when I start, like usually when I do the grocery shopping, depending on the list that I get from my mom, you know how it is when you go grocery shopping anywhere. Prices are ridiculous. You start looking around for better pricing and all that. So, as my mother says, "Oh, that doesn't look like a big." She gives me the list one time. It was about a week or so ago. She gives me a list, and it has about, I think, 30 items or something like that. I ended up filling 6 bags of groceries. These nylon bags. Like I'm using. Uh, I have these bags here from. What is this? Okay, that's my dollar store. I have my favorite one, from Lee Valley. Doo-doo-doo. This one needs to get washed, I know. I had 5 or 6 of these around by my car, which reminds me I have to get a couple more because God only knows. Sometimes the days go. Sometimes I need some and I don't have enough bags. Uh, Anyhow, so I got like sometimes 6 bags, and I ended up bringing like 6 bags worth of groceries in, including what stuff that I needed to for the day. So went to get that, go down to go somewhere else to pick up whatever it is I wanted to get, and then come back home. And bringing that in, and my arms were basically, my hands were already on the floor dragging the stuff in, and they were packed tighter than a can of sardines. And take them out, and then I would start putting them away very quickly because I had a very tight window, so to speak, to get that done, get my lunch prepared, get my laptop up and running, and then start taking calls. So at the same time as I was putting some stuff away, got my laptop set up, got my things plugged in for that, started it up. As soon as I heard it, I was ready for me to log into the OS, wait until it's finished that it needs to load up properly, log into the VPN, get the apps up and running, because it takes sometimes time to get that done. So as each one goes through its sequences of getting itself ready, I'm darting back and forth, putting stuff away, getting lunches made, like my mom's lunch, my lunch, and then actually sitting down. And by the time I actually sit my tuchus down, well, my legs are bloody well hell sore, So that actually happened twice last week, so can't do much about it. It's part of life, Car-wise, my Elantra is working very well. I have no problems with it so far. I also drive my mom's car, which is the Volkswagen Golf, all-wheel drive. It's just I drive that because my mother doesn't do that much driving. It's just to have the car still run a little bit, even though I'm running it only for maybe a half hour, 45 minutes, which means that tomorrow I'm going to actually do that again, to drive that around a little bit to let it go through its paces. So sometimes I drive for about a half hour to an hour just to get things, working and settling in, because I don't like seeing my car or my mom's car sitting for long periods of time, like for 5-6 days, not doing anything. And when it comes time to actually move or drive it, things tend to bind up or things tend to rust in solid. And that had happened one time with another car that I had, and I was in not a bad accident. I was really sick that one time, and I was off for a month. And what had happened is, I asked my father, I said, look, can you take my car, drive it around 20 minutes, half hour, or whatever it takes during that month while I'm off? Actually, I was actually away. Come to think of it. And what had happened? Soon as I started driving the car, one of the back wheels was actually seized. I mean, what I mean by seized, because it was actually sitting there doing nothing for a full month. And as soon as we got it into drive, all the other 3 wheels moved except for this one. But it was because it was actually parked too long that it actually there was actually some extra rust that actually seized it from actually working properly. So when it eventually got unseized, and you can hear the rust break away from it. So it actually turned loose. And I asked my father, I said, did you drive my car? And he goes, no. I said, what did I ask you to do? I said to him, take it out 15 minutes, at least once a week. He didn't even do that. Which pisses me off because of that car, because that was a really nice car, you know. But eventually we had to scrap it because I had an accident with it about, several months later, so there was nothing much I can do. But that was really one of the nicest cars. And what my father doesn't understand, at that time, he was also retired and he was starting to get senile and all that, so he was having a form of dementia and all that, so he wasn't his usual self as he used to be. So, can't do much with that. But I'm not blaming him. He's off to a better place. I still love him. I still miss him as my father. Can't do much regarding that. Can't bring him back, and I'm not asking him to come back. And yeah, uh, other things that I'm trying to get done here. Uh, Vacation time is coming up. I know I have some vacation time between the 21st and the 25th of July. I'm hoping, and I say I'm hoping, to get a project done between that time. At least something done, something woodworking wise. Besides working on everything else. Um, I want to be able to use my circular saw, my router, or whatever case I feel like working with, and build something. It doesn't have to be something super fantastic, just something to twiddle around on. And try out my router that I have at home, the Palm router that I have, because that's one that I've been wanting to try to use. And I do have a regular router as well, but I haven't set that up for anything humongous to deal with. So eventually I will for something, but I haven't decided yet. So um, I just want to get something to working with wood, just to be able to set something up, put some nails into it, and just build something nice. I'm not expecting to be a perfect build. Like anything else, you have to learn from it. So got to start somewhere. Um, and that's basically about it. And then I'll have my second vacation between August 25th to the 30th, I think. And then my last one is at the end of December, between December 24th or 25th and January the 1st, because that's when my brother's coming down. So that's when he's going to come down with his family there. So take it one step at a time. Anyways, I'll make it short for today, and I'll catch everybody tomorrow if I feel up to it. Okay, because I know it's going to be raining tomorrow outside. So I'll catch you then. Till then, ladies and gents.